Hi, everyone. It's Lynn Bouthillier from lynnbouthillier.com. I'm a certified trauma recovery coach, and I'd like to welcome you to episode number 4 of my ongoing series entitled Catching Myself Feeling Good. This is my brand new series where I am sharing with you about times that I notice that I feel good because as trauma and abuse survivors, some of us have lost touch a little bit with our ability to recognize when we feel good. And when we recognize that we feel good, we can actually be changing the neural pathways in our brain. And so there is value to this video series for that reason. It helps us to create new neural pathways within the brain that show us when we are not reliving what has happened, what we saw, what we heard, what we experienced, what we were told about ourselves, things that we kind of took in over a long period of time, where our worldview and our self-view became changed because of trauma. Well, one of the ways that we can change that, where we can rewire the brain, as many people call it, one of the ways we can do that is something really simple. It's a super simple exercise, and that is recognizing when we feel good and then reminding ourselves, hey, I still have the capability to feel good. And when we're doing that, we are doing a huge part of our trauma recovery. This isn't just Lynn making something up. This comes from the science, the cutting edge, leading edge science on what would we call it? Trauma recovery. And it's the research by multiple different people. But the first one that comes to mind is Bessel van der Kolk, MD. And another person that comes to mind is Norman Deutsch. On my coffee table, I have the book right here, The Brain That Changes Itself. Okay, this is one of the things that is, this is a book that I'm currently reading, and it is about how we rewire our own brains, but we have to first recognize that we can feel okay, or we can feel good, or we can feel excellent, or we can actually feel joy. We can feel joy. And we're reteaching our brain, our nervous system, our body, our whole organism, how to do that again. So here's how I caught myself feeling good. I'm going to share it with you right now. There is a YouTube channel that I've subbed, and it's called Safari Sammy. And I subbed it like back around, I would say maybe April or May of this year. And it comes up in my feed, some of the most beautiful video of big cats. And I never took the time to research much about it. I just loved looking at the big cats. And I got in the habit of, before I go to bed at night, I do a few things routinely, the end of my day. And one of them became, and this is so silly to say out loud, but see, I'm catching myself feeling good right now. It's so delightful that I have a hard time speaking about it without laughing. But watching a person who works on a nature preserve for I guess you would call them African savanna animals, a rescue for African savanna animals. And she boops them. She goes around to them, giving them some love, and she boops them on the nose. And in the comments, you see there's so many comments about, you are booping the nose of an apex predator. Do you recognize that? And but the woman has such a warm and friendly and gentle relationship with these beautiful animals that she is a caretaker for, one of the many caretakers for them. And so she created a channel called Safari Sammy, so we can watch that happen, and on videos that she puts up. But I want to tell you something about the actual place the place where they're at is called, it's called Single Vision. And it is a place where they protect wildlife. It says Single Vision is dedicated to the conservation of endangered species and educating the public on the need to preserve our Earth's precious ecosystem. It has a button where you can donate. This is at Single Vision Inc. Okay, singlevisioninc.org. And they have buttons on here that are, one is interaction, book a tour, education, and protection, animal ambassadors, and meet Carl Bovard. Oh, excuse me, Carl Bovard, one man, one vision. Carl Bovard lost his sight in an accident and only came back in one eye, inspiring the name Single Vision. Carl founded one of the most interactive wildlife facilities in the country and has truly dedicated his entire life to the care of these animals. And we welcome you to come see their special bond. And then there is a message from Carl, but they're located at 8185 Forest Hills Road, Melrose, Florida, 32666. And their phone number is 904-377-7993. And I think that their website is pretty awesome. Their store, oh, and I'm sorry, I missed part of the article about Carl Bovard. It says when he was 14 years old, Single Vision's founder, Carl Bovard, lost his sight in an accident. And so that is the greatest part of his life has been affected by his trauma. And so I feel right now a really profound connection with him because he's a trauma survivor. But it also occurred to me as I was watching different videos that the animals that were in their custody on this preservation, wildlife conservation property in Florida, every single one of those animals has suffered trauma or else they would not be there. And so I think it's a pretty cool project. And I'm sad that these animals cannot be in their natural habitat, but the alternative for them is about as fantastic as it can get, which causes me to feel really good. And I have not donated to them yet. I think that because I do not purchase Christmas gifts for people, I don't celebrate Christmas in the traditional sense anymore. But I think that I just now, during this video, decided that that is where I will send a gift this year to singlevision.inc or singlevisioninc.org. Send it to them, perhaps for well, for whatever they could use it for. But I just wanted to share that with you. Now, the last part of this video is that when I go in the evenings, when I'm getting ready for bed, I go through a couple of photos online from Safari Sammy. And there's the website for one of the workers who works there. And she is so phenomenal with these beautiful animals. But I'll tell you, of all the things going on with the videos and the still shots that are on YouTube and still shots that are on Google that you can see, my absolute favorite is a couple that lives there. And they're one of the most unlikely couples in the world. But she is a lioness and he is a jaguar. And if you watch a few videos of them and the videos of when Safari Sammy is going with her camera on and going to check on these two. And where does she find them? She finds them cuddling. They sometimes they'll be spooning. And sometimes they'll just be laying on a platform that's built for the big cats together. And they'll just be hanging out. And sometimes you can just see that the jaguar male, his name is Tank. And I refer to his lady sometimes as his wife, because they are so calm and relaxed. They just give off the air of a couple who's been together forever. and just absolutely delighting in each other's presence and grooming each other. Her name is Binta, and she's a white lioness. And I can tell you, watching them puts me in such a state of feeling good. I know my blood pressure comes down from watching them. And I think that they're both pretty chill from hanging out with each other. I think that that is just for them. You can just see it. It comes through the video. It comes straight into your heart when you're watching it, of how much love there is that these two have for each other. And again, how much love Sammy has for them. But one of my favorite things that she does is she makes videos of going around to the hyenas and to the lions and to other big cats. I don't even know what they're called. And to Binta and Tank, the lion and lioness and the jaguar. And she boops them on the nose. She just affectionately, lovingly boop right on their nose. And usually what they do is they start licking her hand. It's immediate affection back to them. But whether or not you're a fan of big cats, whether or not you're a fan of hyenas, whether you're a fan of other kinds of animals that might need to be rescued that are wild animals, if you go to the channel Safari Sammy on YouTube, you probably won't be disappointed. And you might just find yourself doing the same thing as me, which is catching yourself feeling pretty good. So I'm really thankful and appreciative, full of gratitude, that there are people on the earth who have a vision like Carl Bovard, that start a thing like Single Vision Inc. And it's for the benefit of animals. It's for the benefit of people. It's benefit of the community and the benefit for the world. And when I think about that, that leaves me feeling pretty good. I love catching myself feeling good. And I hope that you do too. I think Hazel does too. She's saying hi to everybody. All right. See you next time. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.